Hello and welcome to whatever the hell I'm going to call this, because I want to call a podcast KLON Radio and I don't want to call the YouTube thing the same thing. So KLON Video, coming to you live, not really live, coming to you highly edited. Alright, here we go. I know the sun is hot. Mosquitoes come, suck your blood and leave you there, all alone, skin and bone. When you walk among the trees, listening to the leaves, the further I go, the less I know, the less I know. Where will you run? Where will you hide? Lullabies, paralyzed. Fat and soft, pink and weak, foot and thigh, tongue and cheek, you feel from a thing at all. Cutting boards and hanging hooks, bloody knives, cooking books, promising I messed up the song, it sucks. Where will I run? I can just do another take. Oh, I don't have the time. Or maybe I'm lazy. And the night says, simmering, pick and pluck, tenderize, bone to dust, sweetest meat, the finest grease you'll never taste. Taste. So you scream, whine and yell, the supple sound of dinner bell. We all will feed the worms and the trees, so don't be shy. Where will you run? Where will you hide? All us food that hasn't died. And let's go to the next song. How does that song go? You know what? I don't have the patience to play two songs from a different album I wasn't even going to talk about. I'll learn that song and play it in a different episode. Welcome. Okay, thank you for joining me for my awful cover of Mosquito song. But, you know, I could do another take, but fuck it. This is more fun. And the lyrics were improvisational at best and really me. So why not just put it out there as... That's what I do. Fuck it up and make it my own flavor. This is me... attempting probably like the fifth or sixth time to record this, and honestly, I don't just whatever. I give up. The first episode is gonna be awful and sloppy and messy, just like the first time you bang. It just doesn't go great for really anybody. But if you like me, maybe you'll stick around. Maybe you'll try again, and I'll get better, and we'll have a good time later. That start off the bat with a sex analogy. Come on, man. All right, maybe I can cut that out, or maybe just like improvisational, keep it in. Whatever. No cuts. First episode as if it was live. What can I say about this episode? I was gonna talk about Songs for the Deaf. One of my favorite albums. I remember back in the days of LimeWire. I searched up Queens of the Stone Age because 3s and 7s was on Guitar Hero 3. As you may remember, if you're an old man like me who remembers the 2007s, obviously I'm speaking to a young audience because most people remember 2007. Well, maybe I should speak to all people. Maybe my demographic, people my age. Why am I speaking to teenagers? Fucking teenagers. Because they'll get me views and share me with their friends. Yo, this guy talks about Queens of the Stone Age. Let's make him famous. You know what? No, it's not about fame. It's about sharing music and ideas. Set the right intentions right off the bat. I love this album. It's great. Like I said, LimeWire days, I just searched up Queens of the Stone Age. And what was their most popular thing? As anybody might guess, no one knows. Especially if you click on this video thinking Queens on the Stone Age. No one knows. That was the thing. But then that little clip at the end, it's like, Buenas tardes, señoritas y señoritas. Aquí está DJ Héctor Cruz Sabor y Rojas. Esta estación donde el rock vive y no muere. Vamos a escuchar un par de temas de Queens of the Stone Age. Vamos a escuchar First Aid Give It. Que música tan impresionante. Va, aquí va. Obviously, I heard that song a lot of times. I would recite the whole speech at the end, but it confused me. I thought, this must be like a bootlegged version that somebody like got off the radio and put it on LimeWire. And I erased it, downloaded a new file. Sounds great quality, but then there's that radio clip again. I was like, what is it with this? This must have been like the first time. Like I had this whole story in my head about why this little radio bit persisted in every single copy of No One Knows that I could find. I was like, why? I don't like it. What is this going on? It's annoying every time I was on my iPod and it come on. Days of iPods again. People, if you remember the mid 2000s, we had iPods instead of iPhones. But I didn't have a phone because I was a kid, so fuck it, hell yeah, give me an iPod. All the music I wanted. It was so glorious. I realized how lucky I was. I'm maybe talking too fast. Trying to give take a deep breath. Share my ideas in a manner more calm, like, precise. I don't know what that whole kung fu thing was. Anyways, more coughing. Where was I going with this speech about No One Knows? I don't know. But basically, I downloaded No One Knows. It was good. It didn't go with the flow, obviously, because they were like the big songs. Song for the Dead was great, So I had some songs from the album, but I didn't like really comprehend what was going on. I didn't download every single song. I mean, later I would download one other song, and then I was like, oh man, I really like this band. Maybe I should. I forgot what year it was. It was 2011. 2012, early 2012, I was at an FYE that was still in business. There might be FYEs around, I haven't checked, but FYE sold me No Songs for the Deaf, put it on my iPod, I heard it from start to finish, and I finally understood what it was, and it just clicked for me. And then I heard Mosquito's song, and I was like, wow, this song's fucking... I hadn't downloaded it, because it wasn't shared as popularly as No One Knows, a Song for the Deaf, a First Aid Give It. So it was like I didn't get a chance to hear it. And then I heard it as the closing track. Oh, Songs for the Deaf. I was supposed to go track by track. It was just so good. The whole thing in like a nutshell was just... It clicked for me somehow. In a way that few albums do. And it just made me want to go through all of their discography and know who Josh was and where he was from and who's this guy? He was in the desert, I guess. And, there's plenty of other places you could find that document his early life and all that shit. But it was cool. I got into it. You think I'm with $1, but I feel like a millionaire. What an opening of a track. Of course, that's why I want to name my podcast and YouTube show KLON. Because really, I feel like everything's already been said about everything. So I'm just repeating it all basically like a clone. So what better way to do it than skip Casper, KLON Radio. Except by myself in my room, to whoever decides to search up this or comes across it, or I share it to people I know, and they're going to be like, wow, Kevin, that's very you. Next song, no one knows. I already talked about it. Next song, First to Give It. Fucking awesome song. Talks about when you take drugs, first it gives you this inspiration, all this feeling, and then just as easy as the first to give it, it's going to take it away and it's gone. And so don't do drugs. Know what drugs to do and how much to do them and how often, because every drug can be a poison taken at a lethal dose, or every medicine is a poison, just got a dosage. There's a thing, look it up. You have the internet if you're watching this. Song for the Dead. Whew, that's a closing song for sure at concerts. Both times I saw this band, represent 2014. First time I heard Fun Machine Took a Shit and Died, actually also, that's a different story. Song for the Dead was the closing track. I knew it was the closing track as they started to play it. I just somehow felt it, like this is definitely a song to end the concert with, which is that bump, all the people getting crazy. Great energy. The Sky Has Fallen, overlooked song maybe by most people because it's just like kind of repetitive, but it's a good song. I enjoy The Sky Has Fallen when I hear the album. Six Shooter, quick little Nick Oliveri burst of energy if you were like to put it on your workout playlist or something, or just kind of gets you like The Sky's Falling. It's not a slow song, but it's like a mid-tempo song. But then Six Shooter just comes right back with the energy. But then Hanging Tree is more like Round the Hanging Tree with lead vocals by Mark Lanigan. That's a good song too. It's also co-written by Elaine Johannes, close friend of Josh Homme, and toured with him at Them Crooked Vultures, so it was really a quartet. Also, when you play Them Crooked Vultures, there's like a rhythm guitar and a lead guitar, so that was what Elaine played. Go With The Flow, favorite song of the crowd for sure. Both times I saw them, this song was popping. People were singing all the words, including myself. I know all the words. Fun fucking song. I can't like recite them in like memory, but then as soon as the song starts, then it just like comes back to you, and you just every word. Most people can relate to that, I guess, if you like music. Gonna Leave You, Nick Oliveri tune, it's very, I don't know, I love it, it's good. I don't know what else to say about it. It's the little like, and then the Dave Grohl drum beat on this song for some reason I really like. I like a lot of this drumming on this album is just fantastic. He was still like really young in his early 30ish, I guess. I don't know, Mo was like 31, 32. He still had that young man's bam. But then again, on Them Crooked Vultures, he was like on lots of coffee, so he was like, and he was more experienced then, so I guess he was more technical. But then this is the kind of energy Dave needed to bring on the album, that's for sure. The coffee energy was, I guess, worked out for Them Crooked Vultures, but that's for sure like another episode on its own. Do It Again. Oh, I got to hear it the second time I saw them in Sacramento. Great song. I love it. Specifically, I don't know why that intro when it's like, doon, 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 hi, and just, I want to shout hey as loud as I possibly can and pump my fist in the air and just jump like a foot off the ground. But I don't know, not everybody shares that same enthusiasm, so I look like a little bit of a try hard. But then, should I really care what other people think about how excited I get about a song? I don't know. Whatever. God Is on the Radio. I get even more excited about God Is on the Radio. This is one of those I wish they would play more often songs that for sure I think people overlook. That riff is just so hypnotic to me. I taught myself how to play at ultimateguitar.com. This sponsor is ultimateguitar.com. Probably not. But yeah, it's great. I say too much already. I already hate myself. Re-record the whole episode. No, okay. Flaws and all, this one's coming out, whatever. But God Is on the Radio is a great song. Mark Lanigan's lead vocals. And it just has that solo that like gets real quiet, and then it just starts to build up again, and it goes even more crazy than it did the first time. Great song. Another love song. I attempted to play this song on a YouTube video just a few minutes ago, actually, for the first time. That's I was like, yeah, this song is just this chord, that chord, and then that solo came on, and I was like, oh yeah, this is the challenging part of the song, and I kind of fucked it up pretty bad, but with practice, you can learn any song. It's a fun one. Eventually, I feel like I'm gonna teach myself the whole thing, so why not? A song for the deaf. One of my like top favorite songs. I just feel like I can't ever get tired of. I don't listen to it like multiple times a week anymore, but when I do put it on, I'm like, yes. That, like Josh said in an interview, he likes that eeriness, and this song for sure like brings that out to its like maximum. That eerie like tone, it comes out, song for the deaf, like that. Desert DJ guys come out. You've left the city. You're not fast paced. You think I'm with a dollar. No one knows single. No, you're away from those songs. You're in a song for the deaf. You're out. You've driven out into the desert, and the only thing left is you're in the dark night, and the desert DJ is just gonna lullaby you to sleep. But before he does, you should drop to your knees and worship. But you are too stupid to realize yourselves. And then, well, that's the end of another love song, that little radio bit. And then it cuts to a song for the deaf. Now, boom, boom, boom. I don't know what I mean, that bass line, how it just grows, and then the drums come in. Boom, boom, with a synthesizer in the background, especially in the chorus. Just that, like I don't know, that vibration, I guess, the sound, it's just intoxicating to me, and I want to hear it again, and I could hear it again. But for certain times, I can't just hear where I'm driving down the beach and it's a happy tune, and I'm not gonna feel that song. I'm gonna feel like Beach Boys. I don't know, different, something else, whatever. Just because I thought about the beach, but fuck yeah, Beach Boys, yeah. I want to hear a song for the deaf when I'm driving through the desert. Oh, I love the desert, or just at night or something, or just when I want to get that feeling. And then Mosquito Song, obviously, I loved so much. I taught myself how to play. It was the very first song that I could do the riff and say the words of the song as I was doing the riff, and because I feel like it took me a long time to do that, because I don't practice like hours a day. I'm so fragmented with things I want to do. I'm just like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. Guitar, and then I don't play it for a while, and then I'm like, why did I stop playing guitar? Then I get really into it, and then I put it back down. Like, I hope this doesn't happen with this podcast or thing, because if you look at my YouTube channel, I made a video like years ago, and now I'm gonna do it, and I didn't edit it for a long time, and then I didn't post it for even longer or whatever. But that's all gonna change, because you gotta take action, because if you don't, you're gonna die regretting everything. That was 2 years ago. Oh my god, I posted that 2 years ago, and I remember recording this video when there was election night, and they were announcing that Trump is gonna be president, and I was just like, oh, fuck all that, let's just make a video, because that's gonna be happening. There's gonna be a whole constant bickering about Trump says this, Trump says that, and it's all distractions. You know what? I don't want to get into my political episode on the first one, because that's gonna taint. It's gonna leave like a skid mark of shit right across like a Songs for the Deaf banner, and I don't want to do that. So political channel coming 5 years from now, when I feel like covering the election that comes after that. This next one, it's gonna be a shit show. Oh, I did it. I farted. I left the stink in the air of this glorious podcast of Queens of the Stone Age, my favorite band. But you know what? That's this fucking world we're in right now. All right, there's a little bit of a stink in the air, and we have to live with it. And there's trapping a lot of heat, so it gets hot. But thankfully we have good albums like Songs for the Deaf and good old internet and YouTube to keep us distracted. Keep us a little happy. That's what it is. Keep us thankful, because there's a lot of good stuff out there too. We can share a lot of good information, along with music and ideas on how to make life better for everyone. See, I turned it around. We can make life better. We just have to not let those people who shall remain nameless bring us down. regardless of who they are, because everybody puts a different face to who I said. It could be political leaders, it could be people running companies, it could be 13 families, it could be a lot of families. Who knows? But we'll see. We'll see where the future goes. We'll see what album I decide to talk about next. And we'll see if I ever decide to play the song really terribly with fucked up lyrics before I decide to talk about the album. I'm going crazy. I need more albums to listen to that get me this excited to talk about with other people. Yeah. Coming soon, Kevin's solo album. I did, however, recently watch a video about finding your vocal range, and I had this app right here. Actually, still open, Pano Tuner. This episode of episode, we have Pano Tuner. You can sing G. Okay, that was an A. That was almost an A, but basically it shows you where you are on that. So the guy was playing the notes on the piano, and I was trying to sing along to them, and my tuner told me whether I was on or off. And so I think I got like a low F2 to a high F5 the first time. I tried it a couple more times, and I got like G5, almost A5 if I really like pushed it. But then I was like, hey, that means I could probably train myself to get an A5 and maybe an F2, possibly even a E2. Ooh, I go baritone. Right now I can't. But there's training, and you can improve your voice. So who knows? Music is fun, and I would love to do it for funsies, not for money, because for money it corrupts you. Music is pure, and I'll make money other ways. But you know, if I happen to make such good music that people want to pay me to play it, that's the dream, is it not? Is it not? Maybe there's other dreams. There's so many dreams, but that's definitely a possibility if people underestimate how far they can go. So yeah, I guess that is possible. Could start a band, make some songs, and play shows, even if they're for like 50-40 people. If 40-50 people get into your song and they're having a good time and you're playing your music, and that's just a good time. Doesn't matter if you scale it up to 1,000 people. Now this validates me. Now I'm worth something because more people are hearing my music. Well, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons, in my humble opinion. But whatever. It doesn't matter. That could just be me covering up for the fact that I don't have any recognition for anything, because I don't have good songs. Because I'm not that good a musician. Because I don't have songs. That's it. I'm salty. Oh, man, you know what? Everybody's good, you know. Just play your music for fun, and then I get really good, and I'm like, you know what? I'm fucking amazing. My ego gets all inflated. Nah, you gotta watch yourself. Keep watch. Surround yourself with people who keep you grounded and remind you that we're all just human beings. And just because you have more recognition now doesn't mean that your life is more important. But then people would argue, oh, well, Elon Musk is more important than me. If I just a Walmart employee and I die, nobody cares. But if Elon Musk died, the whole world future might change, which could possibly be true. But everything's an endless debate with me. I could talk about anything, especially if it's just with myself. So goal for next week, bring on somebody to argue with me. Okay, maybe not argue, but at least have a conversation. And we'll be able to talk about the next album or whatever topics come up. And catch you on the flip side. That's a terrible way to end the video, God. And I feel like I talked about a lot of bullshit that had nothing to do with Song for the Deaf. I get off on tangents. I get off on so many tangents. I'm all like, no, don't talk about politics. And then I start talking about other bullshit too. And I'm tearing little pieces of paper off my art pad. I only have 2 left. This came with a pack of 12, I think. Yeah, see, they're behind. If you're watching this if you're listening to this, there's also a video component on youtube.com/CaliKev. Wait, is that my YouTube channel? Cali Kevin. Spelled with a K. I have 2 subscribers. Shout out to Bernie, who subscribed to me. after I subscribed to her channel. Bay Area comedians, yo, support local comedy, like supporting your local bands. Shout out to Rubber Lizard, who I know from Modesto, and I don't really know. I know them personally. I don't really know any other bands personally that I've met, but you know, we got the desert painting, got a hill with a colorful painting. People seem to like that one, and I don't know why I don't like it, because it was one of the first ones I made. I always see everything I don't like about it. I made that one kind of about the Dark Tower, because I'm reading the Dark Towers. I was listening to book 5, but I get distracted with other stuff. Well, that one my sister made, and I just have it here because I think she gave it to me. This one is like a dragon, and it's got the "Show me what you got" head from Rick and Morty, and I painted a little Rick and Morty with an asteroid, and so they're escaping through a portal. And then I have this mountain with flames coming out and just a red sky, like I don't know, I was in an apocalyptic mood or something. And this was just the beach. This one I feel like I kind of forced it, you know. I was watching something and I was like, I want to watch this show, but I feel like I should paint something. And I painted too much, the sand too much, and the palm trees just weird. I don't really like it much either. And I got this at Stockton Con not too long ago, a few years ago, by some artist who made a Kendrick Lamar poster, like a movie poster, but it's about the music video. It has the credits like of who was involved in making of the music video. I thought it was really cool. And its the art is fantastic. I have this old ass Jim Morrison poster my sister gave me. Oh, I forgot about this one. This one was inspired by vision. Cool, just visualization I had in my head. And it did not come out at all like I envisioned it, but that's what I got. And I have all these album covers that one day me and my sister were taking the trash out, and there was all these records just spewing over a grassy field. And I was like, why would somebody do that? So I started going through them, looking around, and I got that one. Has the whole lot of Led Zeppelins, because I love Zeppelin. Jimi Hendrix. Oh, that's all I have in this wall. Well, there's a Black Sabbath one over there. I should probably move the Black Sabbath one over here to this blank spot so I have a cool finished background. And or I could paint more paintings. I have this lava lamp that Santa brought me. Obviously it was Santa, because there's no other possible way that this gift got there under a tree that I put. What else is in my hat? I have Pizza John. Shout out to John Green, a cool author / YouTuber extraordinaire. Bruce Lee poster. Gotta love Bruce Lee. The quote says, "Defeat is a state of mind. No one is ever defeated until defeat has accepted as a reality." Okay, maybe I'll stop doing the accent. That's fucked up. To me, defeat is anything is merely temporary, and its punishment is but an urge for me to exert greater effort to achieve my goal. Defeat simply tells me that something is wrong in my doing. It is a path leading to success and truth. That is a wonderful quote, and for like a week or something, I would just read that quote every morning before I woke up. I felt very inspired to fail at everything, because I need to succeed, but I need to fail first. And what else is on my wall? Oh, of course, Villains by Queens of the Stone Age. I bought this when it was 2 years ago, obviously, because I was like, why not? I have money. I can pay for that. The new album's coming out. Buy it on vinyl. Help it chart on the Billboard. Like, hey guys, this album came out. And then it came out at number 3. And I was like, what? Who else? 2 other people came out with an album. But we don't talk about that in this episode. No. I have my acoustic guitar, Ibanez. Solid top wood. Beautiful. I love this thing. I got money from the company stock, and I was like, well, I'm gonna buy a guitar. It was the first thing I did. I went out and bought a guitar. I have my Fender I've had since I was a kid. My dad bought me this generic Squier Bullet, 21 frets guitar, but it's fun, and I mean, I don't need anything too fancy right now. I'm still pretty mediocre, so maybe I'll get a new one in a few years when I'm better, or if I want to perform or something. But hopefully I live many years, and unless there's some sort of tragic accident, I think I'll live many years. What else is this behind me? Oh, this painting. There's a painting like way behind me. That's like a triangle with like a peace sign, and that was around the time Hawaii was having a volcanic eruption. So I put a volcano exploding in one corner, and I was trying to do. Oh, that's what I was trying. I was trying to do like a dark side of the moon triangle with a rainbow coming out, and I kind of messed it up. So I just rainbowed the whole other side, whatever. That's a tour of my decoration behind me. Oh, but what about the decoration in front of me? I said the lava lamp Santa brought me, Rubik's Cube. Once you master the Rubik's Cube and you can do this little L thing, you're like, well, what's the next step? Is you get a 4x4. But I don't want to get sucked down the puzzle rabbit hole and start getting the 5 and the 6. And then I'll have a whole tower right here. Or maybe I should. Oh, and I have my Doctor Who pen. It's got the TARDIS on top. I forgot when I got this, but I kind of broke the tip a little. I'm really not much of a fan anymore. I've stopped watching a while ago. But David Tennant was cool, so my brother was at the right age around Matt Smith, so he loved those seasons, so I watched those with him. And then Peter Capaldi was good. I was watching it. I just didn't watch his last season, I think, with the black girl. I don't know. It was just the time my brother started growing up and didn't really like it anymore, and I got distracted with other shows that were better, or that was just more my interest. I was getting kind of tired of the Doctor Who formula. Things go wrong. A few people die. You can tell who's gonna live and who's gonna die pretty much like halfway through the episode most of the time. So I was just like, I don't know. You just fall off. Like I fell off The Walking Dead. Whatever, things happen. The entertainment is so vast and long, and the well is so deep. You could easily drown in it, which is a lot of people. A lot of us now are just drowning in entertainment, wasting away our hours. Oh God, isn't this what this podcast is too? Oh my God, the very people that I want to listen to me, I also want them to watch and listen to less and go out there and do more. And have some quiet time, meditate, which I need to do as well. So follow my own advice. We can all grow together. We can all make a difference. Oh, I'm making a country album? What am I doing? If I go that corny, it's gotta go country. We can all make a difference for our country, the USA. We're gonna take the back from the Mexicans. Oh, what did I say? I'm one of them. Oh, well, I think that tops it off. This show is gonna be crazy, just like me. So let's see where it goes.